Hello friends and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. My name is Dean. I'll be your host today. Hey guys, things are looking up a little bit today. The storms are quieting down, the coin is settling down, and we're starting to build a foundation again here that hopefully we can start making some price progress with. I'm going to start today, well, as every day, letting you know that if you're new to the channel, please know I only make these videos for entertainment and education purposes and for community building around the Saitama token. So please do your own research. In keeping with doing a little community building, I'm going to start today with this YouTube personality whose name is Justin. His YouTube channel is Justaman04. I talked about him yesterday, but I talked about him late in the video. So I'm going to start with it today. Justin is so close to getting to 1,000 subscribers, and that is the benchmark that you have to get to with YouTube in order to monetize your channel. And it really is a big deal, especially for streamers. Streamers spend a lot of time creating content, and they're basically, if they're not able to monetize, people can't contribute to their channels as easily. So Justin only needs 100 subscribers. Guys, let's jump a few of us over there and give him a subscribe. Catch his content when you can, but just the sheer fact that we get him to that number means that he can start working towards being compensated a little bit for the time that he's putting in. And I'm telling you right now, he's probably putting in 15 to 20 hours a week right now streaming. He's on Cuff and the Dip show every night. I was on his show today with Michael Thompson and Saitama Vern. We had great conversations. It's a good group of people, and all of us together are trying to pull this community forward. You know, that's all of us collectively. I mean, you too, okay? So by helping him, you're going to help the community because he's going to be able to help his family and dedicate time towards content creation. So Justin, you'll have it tonight, man, guaranteed, okay? Let's go, Stacker community. All right, I'm going to do some fundamentals. I'm going to try to move quick. We're going to talk about the AMA that went today after the development team met with legal counsel regarding some of the shenanigans that happened this week. And I have a new spreadsheet for you, okay? The new spreadsheet's going to come towards the end, and I know these videos are long. So if you want to move through it a little quicker, go to your settings in YouTube, put me on 1.25, 1.5. I sound smarter. You get through the content quicker, and your brain will adjust to it really quick. I do it all the time. All right, fundamentals. All right, I've got a new ad in the fundamentals today, thanks to one of our YouTube members' requests. It is the Saitama token APY. Okay, we'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. So today is 11/19. Our total holder count is 248,843. That is an increase of 2,184. You're going to see that we dropped quite a bit in the rankings. It's because I've decided that I'm no longer going to use CoinMarketCap for my data until this whole issue is resolved. And if it is malicious, then I'm just not going to play that game. You know, I said it yesterday, this is getting personal. And if that was done with intent to do damage to us as a community, I'm not supporting it anymore. So CoinMarketCap has different coins in their top 100. I don't know how that works. I've always seen inconsistencies with reporting from site to site, but per CoinGecko and our current market cap, we would be 69th overall in the crypto sphere. Okay. Drop down ever so slightly from yesterday. If we look at Saitama's price action on that beautiful, easy to read CoinGecko price chart, you can see we're pretty much consolidating here. Okay, we're down less than 1% from yesterday, and on the week, 7 days down 51, 14 days we're down 28%, and you know we're up on the 1 hour. I don't really put much stock in that. On 30 days, people are still doing pretty strong, okay? So this is where I'm saying, look at us. We're trading sideways, consolidating, hopefully building a strong foundation to start moving forward. Okay, back into the fundamentals here. Okay, so price 7066. Our volume 38 million. Okay, we had that massive spike in volume with the issues that happened yesterday. So based on the current market cap and volume, our burn speedometer would suggest it would take 88 days to burn 1%. Okay. That would be about 4.16% per year, 4.5 trillion tokens burned. And this now is actually based on my reflections. So I'm tying back into my other spreadsheet and just would show you, okay, I'm going to just give the reflections now so this makes sense. In the future, you guys will know what I'm talking about. But in the last 24 hours, I received 92 million free Saitama tokens as part of the reflections program for being a holder. Okay, that brings my total since August 31st to 18,808,000,000. Okay, if I take that today's coin return and essentially divide it by my total token count and then annualize it by multiplying by 365 days, the APY for my token return for Saitama would be 2.95%. Now, in a new spreadsheet that I built, I'm going to be giving you guys an average of the last 10 to 15 days, okay? So if I were to do that right now, we'll just say, let's get a number going here. So we'll just take however many days this is, okay? It's just an approximation, okay? So it says that over the last 10 or so days, the average return in reflections annualized would be 8%. Okay, so that we'll use that number a little bit later. Let's jump in and look at the AMA. So the AMA was actually done on the Twitter platform today, and I missed it. And from what I can see so far, there isn't a replay. I don't know why this is deciding to reload right now. Okay. But this gentleman right here, JRE Entertainment, who has a pretty massive following on Twitter, almost 4,000 people. So JRE Entertainment did a summary of the AMA. So I'm just going to zip through those really quick, and I'll also link to this tweet in the video. Right below Justin's stream from today, so you can watch me on his stream. And so you've got a link to his site so we can get subscribers, okay? So here are the takeaways per JRE Entertainment. Number 1, no trademark infringements on our logo, completely legal and marked. Lawsuits will be filed against people claiming that because it's damaging to our brand and it's damaging to our community. Coin market cap issue will be resolved through a high potential class action lawsuit. Saitama lost $2 billion in market cap due to this malicious intent, which includes redemption of potential losses if successful for those affected. So if you are somebody who panic sold, which would have been a pretty reasonable response to the dip that we saw, just keep your eyes peeled, and they're considering a class action lawsuit over that. There's a handful of other lawsuits that are going right now. The creation of Saitamask has instilled fear into some big entities, i.e. CoinMarketCap, which caused a reaction for the abuse, that they can see what a catalyst this could be and how much volume people can be losing due to the power of Saitamask. Lily Finance, there are a lot of questions about it. It's a separate entity. Yes, some of our developers are seemingly helping their development team, which is, totally fine. We don't own the developers. They're volunteering, okay? They will be an exclusive partner with Saitama through Saitamask in the medical field with their own tokenomics. So they're creating their own coin. Saitama has strong intentions on moving forward with the release of Saitamask ASAP. The CertIC audit is close to completion. We're waiting on final checks and balances, like security checks. There is no hard date for the completion. Okay, 2 weeks ago there was a timeline, but for their deadline, it's still a work in progress. Apple Pay, they're saying that's been a hard process to get started, but should be able to go along with everything else. Okay, and they're talking, I remember them talking about that being maybe a phase 2 launch anyway, but we'll see how that comes through. If they pull it off, you guys, it's huge. Okay, the metaverse still on schedule with games, etc. The community behind the project is strong and won't be stopped. Ultimate goal is to push everything through our own blockchain, Saitama blockchain. The end game is to make Saitama the most dominant token. Okay, this is why I'm excited about Saitama from 12 weeks ago when I started following this. There are 4 or 5 other projects almost ready to launch inside Saitamask. Other applications are in the works for exclusive projects to be loaded on Saitamask. They're doing a charity event next week, Feed the Hungry, in conjunction with Thanksgiving here in the United States. I'm going to do a video on Thanksgiving, not because of how Thanksgiving works, but something I learned from a podcast I followed, and I think the logic is really great and how it applies to us as investors. Okay, once Saitamask is launched, you can import your wallets. You don't need to create a new wallet, but you can if you want to, and then transfer the tokens. But if you import your wallet, there won't be a transfer fee involved. Saitama is creating a safe place for investors, helping to minimize rug pulls, honeypots, etc. The vetting process will be very thorough for coins listing on Saitamask. Final notes, it just says the NFT platform will also allow us to purchase event tickets to shows, etc. And they're working on central hub for all information. Okay, so it sounds like it was a very productive AMA. JRE Entertainment, thank you very much. This is a very nice summary, and I felt bad for missing it, but quite frankly, I had several things going on, and one of them included a nap. Okay, I had a long week, so I'm getting old, I guess. All right, I want to take you into a new spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you. This was at the request of the community. I think it's going to be pretty cool. You can get your own copy of it. Okay, all you'll have to do to get your own copy, and I put the instructions in the spreadsheet because my inbox literally gets blown up with people asking to share. Upper left-hand corner, the sheet is locked. Okay, it's locked because if everybody worked off the same sheet, it wouldn't, it just would become a mess really quick. For you to use it, all you have to do is click File, create a copy, rename it, click OK. It will store a copy of it in your Google Drive for you to use, and you can put your own information in and get get some good information here. I think this is just interesting. Okay, so this is a spreadsheet to help you understand what will happen with staking and the reflections with Saitamask when it goes live. Okay, so here's how this works. Okay, I told you in the APY of my other spreadsheet that the average over the last 10 or so days is 8%. So every day when I do my videos, I'll try to give you a percentage if you want to look at this. I don't think it's something that you need to keep constantly looking at, but doing it one time, this exercise will give you a good feel for what might happen in your wallet using Saitamask and staking. Okay, so what we know are base staking is 5%, meaning when you stake day one, you start earning an annual rate of 5%. Okay, so if you had 1,000 tokens, you would earn 50 tokens in a year. Okay, this spreadsheet will take care of all the math. At 30 days, you get an additional 2%. So it's your reflections plus the base staking plus 2%. That's 15%. Okay, I'm showing it over here. At 60 days, we're going to add 4%. Okay, so now we're reflections plus 9. In our case, that should actually be 7, 9, and 8. Why is it giving me 15? It goes to 15 at 60 days. This should have converted from here forward. Let me see what I'm missing here. Okay, so I had to make a little adjustment there to my spreadsheet. At 60 days, you'll end up getting the 5% plus 4% or 9 plus reflections, and reflections may vary, okay? But currently, that would be at 17%. At 180 days, now we're not adding each one of these, right? We're getting this one or this one or this one plus the base plus reflections. So at 180 days, now we're talking 11 plus 8 would be 19%. Okay, so I've applied the lower rates up to the day when it changes, and everything after that is getting a higher rate. All you have to do is put in your token quantity, okay? So I'm going to say somebody has 50 billion, okay? 50,000 million billion, okay? I've already put in the current price, but you need to put in the current price, and you need to put in some rate for reflections, okay? If you want to be ultra conservative, just put in 2%, but it's not 2% annualized with reflections. It's 2% of every transaction, okay? Which is why on an annual basis, it's going to be higher. All right, so what this does is says at the rate, including reflections and base staking, after 30 days, you started with 50 billion, you're going to end up with an extra 534,000 tokens. This would be the total value of your investment at that price. And this is how much you would have received in staking and reflections in month 1. Okay. In month 2, now you can see you've got an extra billion, 157 million. And so we're starting to climb. Okay. By the end of this, you would have received $628 in reflections in a year on a $3,000 investment, basically. I mean, up here it actually tells you what your investment would be worth, your USD value of those tokens at the current price. So on $3,300, we will receive $628 essentially in reflections. What we're actually getting are tokens, okay? The value of it is going to vary because the price of Saitama is changing all the time. And we have to hold one variable constant to make this work. So any day you want to update it, all you have to do is change the price and it will flow for you, okay? But the annual percentage rate on that at the current reflections and at the end of a year would be 18.69%. Okay, that would mean your token quantity should double at that rate every 4 years. Okay, there's another rule in finance they call the rule of 72, where you can take any interest rate, divide 72 by that interest rate, and it gives you an approximation. So if those of you are familiar with the rule of 72, that comes out to 3.85. This up here has a formula in it, and it's a little more complex, and it should be a little more accurate. But I thought people might inquire about the rule of 72. But 4 years, basically, your token quantity doubles without you buying any. So you go from the $50 billion holder to the $100 billion holder. Okay, and then imagine what happens with your staking rewards. Okay, it's going to get better and better. Now, I wanted to explain one other concept associated with this that won't be in the actual sheet, but you have to remember compounding. Okay, and what compounding means is earning interest on interest. So if we take a very simple example and say we're getting interest paid once per year, 10% rate, we start with $1,000. At the end of a year, we earn $100, 10% of 1,000. Then the next year, that $100 is in the mix. So 10% of the new amount is 110. So we're not only earning interest on our original, but we're earning interest on our interest. That is factored into the sheet over here. Okay, so the longer you leave it in here, the quicker this thing is going to start building on itself. You're going to start getting tokens on top of tokens. And if you ask me, it's why I want to see Saitama, right? I mean, this could be a thing where your passive income side of this could take care of all your bills. You know, in Robert Kiyosaki's definition, that's when you're wealthy, okay? When you don't have to go to work every day and the gains from your investments pay for your life, your investment shouldn't be going down. I guess with this case, we've got price fluctuation, but you're able to pull income out of this without taking that original investment. Okay, so it's passive income, and this is passive income on steroids. Okay, that kind of a rate, that's a massive rate. And imagine what happens if the price goes skyrocketing. Okay, it's for me why my reflections currently are almost equal to my original investment from 2 months ago, because the price has gone up by somewhat substantial, like 35 times. Yeah, about 35 times my original investment. Okay, so my reflections have also gone up 35 times, and it's powerful, you guys. This is powerful stuff. There'll be a link for this in the description. Please make your own copy. Please don't ask for the right to edit it. You can edit your own once you have it. You can do anything you want with this thing. And if there's any mathematicians out there, scrub through this for me. And if you see any mistakes in the math, let me know and let's clean it up a little bit. But I think we're pretty solid here. Hey, folks, I hope you're having an amazing day. We're starting to see things calm down. Now let's get the price going in a positive direction. Check back with me tomorrow. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.